But that's because I don't think most people have set the foundation
I
with the
agree.
steps before they enter into relationships. So I'm bathing my relationship or potential or future relationships in prayer. So now everything that happens, I mean, hey, rejection is God's protection. I mean, no is God saying, don't hurt yourself. Go is God saying, help yourself.
Right.
So once you bathe it in the context of now, obviously, if you're not a believer, then I don't really have a set of instructions for you just yet.
But let me say this: you can. So that would come to a place of you have had some reflections and you have worked on yourself. So you are strong in, I'm going to say, whole in your own right. Versus, maybe a less confident person or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
I do see what you're saying.
Get yourself in the right mind frame if you're going to be in a relationship first, and know that certain things will happen. And it is a risk to be in a relationship, but it's also a great reward if it is the right person for you. And that's the way you've got to look at it. If he doesn't want to be with me, well, I don't want to be with him. Let me move on. But yes, sometimes that takes a little while and it does hurt. But it can be beautiful eventually.
Wow.
Let's talk about breadcrumbing a little bit. Breadcrumbing often reflects a need for validation without being vulnerable or vulnerability. The breadcrumber wants, it wants the attention, but they want to avoid the investment. And then I go back to what kind of character is this person? That's something to look at. If he's doing that, I'm going to say this: if a guy that is interested in you wants to be with you, he's going to touch base with you just about every day, or he's going to let you know, I'm working on a project and I'm not going to be able to call you for the next day, but I love to see you on Friday. Do you see how that is communicating, I am interested in you?
I do see that. So, I was thinking about some things. Let me kind of see, and maybe you were going to get to this later. Let me plug some things together. People, and by the way, this doesn't just happen in relationships. We've shared on other episodes that part of what I do is I counsel and coach with business owners, entrepreneurs, in terms of their business. And one of the things that we're seeing with their hiring practices is people just don't show up for work. And I just had that happen with someone this week. So it's not just in relationships, but circling back to relationships, here's kind of what my research has led me to say, and you tell me if you agree or disagree. The person who kind of exhibits these kind of behaviors, and I'm not trying to diagnose people here, but there could be a hint of narcissism. There could be a sense of Machiavellianism.
Okay,
I'm going to explain that.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't know what that
And
one
it
is.
could be a hint of psychopathy. I'm going to tell her what it means.
Okay.
And here's to me the big one, not even a clinical word. Hey, it's relationship cowardice.
Okay.
It's relationship
There you
cowardice.
go. I
Okay,
like that one.
So here's
that
the
one's pretty.
narcissism piece.
Yeah.
It's more about me than you.
Mm-hmm. And you can see that in people in general today.
Yeah.
More so maybe than before, but I think it probably was there before. But
so
our society teaches us that.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
To put yourself first?
To focus on you. Yes, it does. Keep going.
I'll have to think about it. Okay.
It does.
Okay. Machiavellianism. That's the puppet master. It's somebody who loves to pull the strings and play the games, and they actually get kind of a perverse sense of joy around manipulating you around like a little puppet, and they're the puppet master.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Now you're stepping on part of narcissism.
Okay, is that part of...
So you're stepping on some of those tendencies.
And
yes,
then,
they like to be in control.
And then the third one, psychopathy, is more of just a psychotic kind of tendencies.
That's a little frightening.
That's a little frightening, but here's where I'm going. And then the fourth one, relationship cowardice, hey, it's just easier for me not just to stop calling, texting, showing up, as opposed to having a conversation. But here's the point I'm making. Do you want to marry, and that's what we're talking about, somebody who lives in those 4 areas? Do I want to marry somebody who's a relational coward?
Absolutely not.
No, I don't.